This video is our part 65 video, and all we do here is Forex training or tutorials. We are on price action, and today we are talking about chart patterns. I want you to take your time and watch this video to the end because this video entails a lot. My name is Kofi, your admin for this channel. I'll be revealing some secrets in this video, which has to do with price action. Now, under price action trading, we've talked about the nature of the Forex market, which has to do with the part 63. And then we talked about the structure of the Forex market, which is the part 64. Now, in this video, which is the part 65, the chart patterns are so many, and I'll be revealing them to you. And I'm going to tell you certain things you probably have not heard before in terms of this chart patterns. So take your time. If you need to make some notes, you can do that. And let's see how this video will end. Now, we have two main things that we do here. If this is your first video, mentioning part 65 will tell you that we've come a long way, but it is not too far to go and begin. Part 1 video will do you a lot of good, and then come up part 2, part 3, part 4, up to part 65 here. We have more videos coming, so subscribe to this YouTube channel for more. Now, chart patterns, which is the third layer of our price action series that we've been doing. Let me show you this on the chart right away. Now, look at this on the chart. This is what we are going to be talking about. And if I should mute my video so that you can see the whole patterns well, oh my God, you will say that, are we going to put all of this in our head? How can I do that? Because these are the chart patterns. These are the chart patterns. There may even be others that maybe I might have not heard of, but these are the most important ones. So the question is, are you going to keep all of this in your head? Now, if I bring back my camera and then I look straight into your face, what I want to tell you is that no, we are not going to look at all of this. Even if you are going to keep all of this in your head, how can we simplify it and make it easy? That is what this video is all about. So let's go straight. I have some notes I want to share with you, and then we see how we can group these patterns I have just shown to you and see how best we can put them here in our mind and use them on the Forex charts. Is that okay? So let's go straight back to the notes. I have some notes to share with you. So we're going to be looking at this chart patterns. But before then, there are still more of you who are asking about how to get in touch with me. These are my details of how to get in touch with me. On Telegram at Kofi Dollar, via email leadingforex@gmail.com. Via phone, I have +233-246-136609. The same on WhatsApp. So you can reach me, let's vibe, let's talk. Whatever it is, let's discuss. So let's go back quickly and then go to the notes. Now, chart patterns, which is the third layer of our price action series. Don't forget, we have the nature, and I'm sure you know what nature is in terms of the nature of the market. And then when it comes to the structure of the market, I am sure you know what the structure is. Now we are talking about the third layer, which has to do with chart patterns. Now, this chart patterns has been grouped. Let's read some notes quickly and see what we can grab. I want to try as much as possible to make this video very short as I can. So the note says, the chart patterns are grouped into two categories, direction and then type. Now, under the direction, let's look at it quickly. It says, direction is a type of pattern that will give us the direction that price will go after it is formed. This is where you need to listen carefully. The direction patterns are patterns that will give us direction as to where price will go after it is formed. After it is formed. not when it is forming. After it is formed, it is going to give us an idea of where the price will be heading or will be going. The next point, when it comes to direction in Forex, we have only two main directions, which is either bullish or bearish. And I think you are familiar with these terms. Bullish means an uptrend and bearish means a downtrend. And the third point here says when the pattern shows that price will go up, which is bullish, we call such a pattern a bullish pattern. And if price is going to show, or if the pattern is going to show that the market is going to go down, then we can say that is what? A bearish pattern. So a pattern that will give us the next idea of buying, that pattern is called a bullish pattern. And a pattern that will be formed that will tell us that the market is going to go bearish, that pattern is called a bearish pattern. Is that clear? So we have bullish patterns and bearish patterns when it comes to direction. So don't forget, the first group of patterns are directional patterns. And they are either going to tell us the market is going to go bullish or the market is going to go bearish. Is that easy? Is that simple? Good. Let's go to the second group, which is the type. Now, when it comes to the second group, which is the type, let's see what we can grab from there. So apart from, I'm reading the first point under the type. Apart from the directional patterns, there are also some patterns that show when a trend is about to reverse, continue, or neutral. Listen carefully. Forgive me, I'm catching some cough, but I'll be fine. The second group of patterns, we are saying that they are patterns that will show you when the trend is about to reverse or continue or neutral. How easy is that? So the first group of patterns will either show you that this market is going to go bullish or is going to go bearish, directional patterns. But this one is going to tell you, which is the type patterns, are going to tell you when a trend is about to reverse or the current trend is going to continue or the trade is just neutral. It has no headway. And since it has no headway, you may only be watching out for the breakout. Is that okay? If it breaks out of the pattern to the right or to the top, then you know that it's going to go up. If it breaks out of the pattern to the downside, then you know it's going to go sell. But if it's in a neutral stage, then you know that you need to wait and see a breakout. So these are the groupings, the type patterns, and then the directional patterns. Now, let's read some notes further. It's going to be simple, don't worry. I'm sure it's beginning to make sense already, so no need to rush. You know me, I don't rush in terms of my videos or notes. Let's continue. So the next point says that, okay, now, it says, and so we can classify those patterns as reversal patterns, continuation patterns, and then neutral patterns. That is the second point I'm reading here. These patterns come after the directional patterns. So what we are saying is that the directional patterns, the next layer after the directional patterns are these type patterns, because the type patterns will actually happen after there is a directional pattern. If there is a direction before we can see these type patterns. For instance, if a trade is in a bullish trend, that is the direction. Before the chart at the type pattern can give us a reversal, it means there has been a trend or there has been a direction before that direction is going to reverse. So before we can actually get a chart pattern, sorry, which is a type, it means that we've gone past direction. I pray that this makes sense. I repeat, The type patterns is just a continuation of the directional patterns. Because before a type pattern like a reversal pattern will be formed, it means that there has been either a bullish direction or a bearish direction before we will get the reversal. Before we can get a continuation pattern, it means that there has been maybe a bullish trend already, which is a direction, before there is a continuation of that bullish trend. Or maybe there is a bearish trend before there is a continuation of that bearish trend. And then when we say we have a neutral pattern, it means the market has either made a bullish direction already or a bearish direction already before it is kind of relaxing, trying to relax its muscles to find its next movement. So this type patterns are just the continuation of the directional patterns. I pray that this makes sense. That is what the second point here is saying. So these patterns come after the directional patterns. Is that okay? Now, like I said, let's go through them. One, reversal pattern formed means price will go the opposite direction. The terms are self-explanatory, so I don't need to worry myself much on that. So when you see a reversal pattern, it means that it's either the trend is on the upside, which is maybe bullish, and it's about to reverse and come bearish. Or it's either the trend is bearish and the trend is about to reverse and go bullish. That is reversal pattern. Now, the second one says continuation pattern. It's formed, or continuation pattern forms means that price will continue in the current direction. So price will continue in the current direction. So if it's bullish, it is kind of just relaxing its muscles, resting for a while, and then it will continue. So that is a continuation pattern. If it's going to be bearish, it means the trend is bearish, and then the market is relaxing its muscle a bit, and then continue its way to the bearish side. So that is continuation pattern. So once you see a continuation pattern formed, you know that, okay, something is about to happen next. Is that okay? Good. Now, neutral patterns. And like I was saying, neutral patterns form means that price can either go up or down, depending on where price breaks out of the pattern. So when price breaks out of the pattern to the upside, then it means it's going to go bullish. If it breaks out of the pattern to the downside, then it means it's going to go bearish. So neutral patterns, you always have to wait and see where the breakout will happen, either on the upside or the downside, before you will take your decision. So the whole game here is for you to be able to identify these patterns. And once you are able to identify them, sorry, sorry, like I said, a bit of cold, but I'm okay. So once you are able to identify them on the chart, you'll be good to go. Is that okay? But like I said, I have grouped them already into directional and then charts, so they wouldn't be much confusing as we progress. Is that okay? Just a few more notes for us to go to the chart and begin to see some of these patterns. Now, let's continue. Now, the names for the type patterns is a combination of direction and type. And what I mean here is that, for example, before you say a bullish reversal, it means that the market is going bullish, and then we're about to see a reversal of the bullish trend. So we'll call that a bullish reversal pattern. Do you understand? So the type patterns, like I said, the patterns are grouped into two: the directional patterns and then the type patterns. So the type patterns, they have names. So the name that will be given to that type pattern will depend on what is happening. If the market is bullish and then the trend is about to reverse back to the bearish side, we will say a bullish reversal pattern. If the trend is bearish and then the bearish trend is about to reverse to the upside, we will say bearish reversal pattern. And the same way, if it is a continuation, we can say bearish continuation or bullish continuation. And then we also have the, you know, these terms. So these are the terms that you can get. So when you hear bullish reversal, it means the market is bullish and we are about to see a reversal of the bullish. If it's bearish and we say bearish reversal, it means the market is going down and we are about to see an upward movement. Bearish continuation and bullish continuation, you understand. that already. Now, this being said and done, let's go back a bit and look at these patterns. This is going to be the very first pattern that we'll be looking at. And this first pattern is very common, which is called the head and shoulders pattern. The head and shoulders pattern. Now, if you look back at the charts here, let me go back. I want to go back and show you something. If you go back to this point, you will see that it is the first pattern here. So it is the first pattern over here. That is what we are looking at. Is that okay? Good. So let's go back. Let's go forward again and look at the first pattern. Now, after I finish explaining this pattern, you should be able to tell me whether it is a directional pattern or a type pattern. Is that okay? After I finish explaining this, you should be able to tell me whether it is a directional pattern or what? A type pattern. Now, when we say the head and shoulders pattern, we're talking about a trend where the market is in an uptrend and then it pulls back, go back up, pull back to almost to the level at which the trade reversed back up. It goes back to that level, to this level here, and then comes back to break through. Is that clear? And it's here. We are in an uptrend. The market reverses. Let me change the color so that you can see some of these things well. Let me use this pink color. So we are in an uptrend. The market reverses back, go back up above the previous one, comes back down to almost the first level here, and then goes back to almost this level here, or sometimes it can even go past that level a bit before coming back to break this neck over here. So once you spot this with a count of 5, the first stop here is 1, the next down is 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after the 5 is formed, it comes back and break the neck that is down here. So it forms something like an M. Okay? Something like an M. So the neck of the M is what we are looking at. That is where the interest is. So the interest is at the neck here, the neck here. Is that okay? That is where you are watching, which is the 2 and then the 4. So you are watching the 2 and the 4 to break. When the trade comes back and then it breaks through the 2 and then the 4, that line, then we can say that a head and shoulders pattern has been formed. There are others who call that an M formation. And there are those who call this, M formation, which is if it is from the bullish side. But if it's from the bearish side, there are those who call it the W formation. So the head and shoulder pattern can either be formed on the bullish trend or a bearish trend. So when you turn this upside down and you have something like this. Come on, let me do this again. You have something like this. And then you have this, and then it goes like this. So this becomes what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So you are looking at the neck of the 2 and then the 4 to break. So at this moment, you have 1, 3, and 5 as your head and shoulders. So the 3 is the head, the shoulders are the 1 and 5. So the head and shoulder pattern can either be formed on a bearish trend, and if it's on a bearish trend, it will be a W formation. And if it is on a bullish trend, it will be an M kind of formation. Do you get this? So you are looking at a maximum of 5 bottoms and then ups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the question is, Once it breaks through this neck over here, which is the 2 and 4, what do you do next? What do you do? Should you take your trade over here, which is after the break, or what should you do? I will say no. Don't take your trade after the break. Okay? What do you have to do? You have to wait for after the break, you wait for the trade to come back and test this break over here, to come and test the 2 and 4 area here. Once it comes back to test this line, whatever is going to be happening around this area will determine whether you should enter a sell or not. I repeat, after it breaks this neck over here, and then breaks and comes down here like this, and then it reverses back to that neck, whatever is going to be the action of the price over here will determine whether you should enter a sell or not. Because sometimes it can come back to this neck over here and then break through the neck and continue and go back up. So the fact that this has come back to the neck, let me go to the next slide so that you can see it better. I think I have a, sorry, I have a better shot on that one. Let me go to the next slide. Good. So once price comes back to that level, that break level over here like this, whatever is going to happen here will determine your entry. So this area is going to be your entry point, your entry point. Now, if price action that is going to form becomes a good idea of a possible sell back to the down, then you will enter a sell over here on this neck. Now, if you enter a sell on this neck, where should your stop loss be? Your stop loss will be on the 5. The 5 here will be your stop loss. The 5 will be your stop loss. So this one, I am giving you both your entry and your stop loss. So if you calculate your stop loss between the neck here to the stop loss, you can go twice of that as your take profit, or 3 times of that as your take profit, depending on what kind of trader you are. If you are a trader that is looking for smaller pips, then you can go for maybe twice of the stop loss, which is a ratio of 1:2. If you want to go 2 times of the stop loss or 3 times of the stop loss, that will depend on you. So your stop loss is going to be on the 5. The top here is going to be your stop loss. Your entry is going to be here. Now, what happens before you take that entry? You will need to see a similar rejection candles. You will need to see some kind of rejection over here. You need to see some kind of rejection forming another form of some M or some zigzag formation forming here. Once you see that happening over here, that is to tell you that this neck here is going to hold. That is point number 1. Point number 2 is also that you can look at the candlesticks formation that is formed over there. And if you don't know much about candlesticks formation, then you may have to go. That is why I'm saying the whole playlist is there. Go to the description of this video. You get the link to the playlist. Watch the whole playlist. You will see candlesticks patterns. The patterns that you will see here will also tell you whether indeed this neck here is going to hold, and for that matter, you should sell or not. What kind of candlestick pattern should you expect? You can expect a pin bar. You can expect a doji. You can expect an engulfing candle, a hammer. You can expect an inverted, evening star or morning star, depending on what you will see. So once you know these candles and you begin to see them here, happening here, or you may see a similar pattern of maybe another M or some kind of double top, okay? Very small. You may see a double top formation there when you go to the smaller time frames. Okay, let me quickly add that. This is where the tips are coming. You may see Maybe you are doing this on daily time frame. You saw this M pattern, or sorry, the head and shoulders pattern on maybe daily time frame, assuming you saw this on daily time frame. And now the trade is back at the neck over here. You can go to the smaller time frames, and check whether you see some print of maybe double top. You may see a double top, or you may equally see another head and shoulder pattern forming over here. Or you can see these pin bar candles and those candles that I'm talking about. Once you see these candlestick patterns, giving you the clear rejection that this neck here is going to hold, then you can take your sell. Now, it's not confusing. I'm going to take you to the chart and show you a clear example. That is why I'm saying take your time. I'll take you to the chart and show you a clear example. We are going to look at a chart together and look at these things and see them together. Is that okay? So if it is on the downside, then you are going to get that kind of W kind of thing that I talked about. Something like this. So this becomes your neck. So if the trade comes back to your neck, you need to be watching that kind of whatsoever that I've talked about here. Once you see that, then you can go for your buy. Okay. Now there are at times there are exceptions. There are times that this market will break through this neck. Okay, there are times that this market will break through this neck and may never come back to retest the neck. But even if it will retest, it will be it will go down, down before it will finally come back and retest that neck. Sometimes it may not even come back to retest it. So there are those exceptions. Okay. So some people preach that once it breaks the neck, you should take your trade and put your stop loss at the 5 area there. But for me, I will advise that you don't just take a trade on the break. You wait for a retest and see the patterns, either candlesticks patterns being formed, or you see these similar patterns, head and shoulder patterns, and these other patterns we are going to talk about being formed over here at the neck before you can take your sell. Or if it is the opposite, you take your buy. Is that okay? Now, I want us to go to the chart so that you look at this in practical form. But before that, let me read this email to you. This email is very important. I received this email and I want to share that with you. I am sure and I know that those who sent me this email are reading or watching this video. But sorry, I didn't inform you. I didn't tell you I'm going to do this. But I think I just want to put this out there to send a message out there. Now, this is a message from a company, an institution that has a whole lot of courses, Forex courses on their website. And let me read their email quickly. It says, "Hi, I have been going through the video content you have been posting on YouTube. I love the quality and the delivery style. The reason for this email is to request video content that we can host on our website. We are looking for 4 videos of 30 minutes around cryptocurrency, NFT, Forex, options, or anything related to trading. The content will be posted behind a payment wall on." So you can go and check out this website if you like. You can go and check out the website. It's perfectyourtrading.com. That is the website. So the content will be posted behind a payment wall on this website. We will pay $250 to upload your content. After that, you will make a recurring income from hosting your course on our platform if students enroll in your course. To further discuss the details, here is the scheduling link for our calendar. You can choose the time that works best for you. Don't hesitate to reach me if you have any questions. Kind regards, Maria Amnin. Perfect Your Trading. Now, this company, let me unmute my camera and speak straight into your face. This is a company that has sent me an email after they have gone through my videos, and they are requesting that they want to contract me to do videos so that they will put it as a course, so that they will put it on their website. If you go to the website, you will see some other traders that have done their courses over there. And those courses are up for sale. You have to buy them. Now, this institution wants me to do just 4 videos, only 4. Is it 4? Yes, 4 videos for them. And they are ready to pay $250 for the 4 videos. And they are saying that after they upload the video on their website, if people subscribe by buying my course, I am going to make recurring income. It means when people buy the course, they are going to do the promotion, they are going to do everything. But they're even paying me for doing the 4 videos in the first place, before all other things that I am talking about here. You understand? You see? So, as I'm saying, all of this, they are going to pay me upfront before the recurring income will even come. But all of this I am doing for it to be paid for. They are paying $250 for the just 4 videos. But here you are. I am giving you this content here on YouTube for free. So if there's anything you can do to support me, all you need to do is to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe. Yes, I'll be doing those videos for them. We have already had our discussions and everything. And those 4 videos in a day, I can just do all those 4 videos for them. And these are courses. I know when I put it out there, yeah, I'm really going to take my time to do those videos for them, because I know what those videos will bring to them. And what, if people should buy them, it will bring to me also. But I'm giving all that for free over here. So subscribe to this YouTube channel and also like our videos. That is the way you can help me suggest this video to other people. There are other people who also want to see what you are seeing. So when you like the video, you are telling the YouTube algorithm that they should suggest my video to those people. So please do that for me. I'm the type that I don't want to blow my own trumpet. I often don't like to show screenshots. But pardon me, I'm showing you this email because I just want you to see how best it will feel if you subscribe to this channel. Because if somebody is going to pay for just 4 videos that I'm going to make, and the company is even paying me upfront for $250 for just 4 videos, that should tell you that I have a lot of videos here, about 65 videos. This is the 65th video I'm doing. And all I need from you is to subscribe and also like my videos so that the YouTube algorithm will suggest this video to more people. That is all I'm requesting from you. Thank you for doing that, and God bless you. And to all those watching, I salute all of you. And to the institution, Perfect Your Trading, I'm ready. I'm ready to roll and to make the difference out there. So bring it on, and let's see what we have. Yes, let's see what we have. And some of these institutions, once they begin to come in, that is where maybe the one-on-one mentorship I do and things will become something I may not be doing anymore, because if I'm going to be busy recording video as a course, which will be bought or sold out to people somewhere, and I will make money out of it, why would I bother? You understand? So the mentorship will become less important when I begin to get some of these offers, and I feel like I need to do some of these offers for people to get extra benefits. So those of you who are still waiting for the one-on-one mentorship someday, for all you know, that someday may not come when I become busier. All right. But this is your time. If you want the one-on-one mentorship, this is your time. Don't wait, because you don't know what I am getting, the opportunities, the offers that are coming. You do not have an idea. If you do, maybe like you will grab your opportunity fast before I go away. or before you don't get me anymore. But before that happens, let's finish this video. Don't worry, that is on the lighter side. I'll be here. I'll be here on YouTube. Okay, I'll be here. I'm going nowhere. All right, I'm going nowhere. But I was just talking about the mentorship aspect. Okay, but for this YouTube, I'm here. I'm here. Forever here. I'm forever here. Okay, so let's go to the chart and look at the pattern that we have looked at today. This pattern, I'm taking you back, maybe in case you've forgotten. We are looking at this pattern here, this one, which is the head and shoulder pattern. So I'm taking you straight to the MT4 or MT5 or the trading view. Which one should I do first? Let me do the trading view because I can actually navigate through that one often. So the trading view is good. Now this is trading view. Okay. Oh, come on. I don't need this. Okay. All right. This is on Euro USD. Let's just use the Euro USD. Okay. Let's not go change anything. Let's just use this and see if we can spot some head and shoulder pattern. Yes. I'm beginning to see one. Let me zoom out and see if we can all see it. But I'm seeing one already. This is on what? Okay, daily time frame. I'm seeing one already here. And should I show you what I'm seeing? I'm seeing this over here. I'm seeing a shoulder here. I'm seeing a head over here. And then I'm seeing another shoulder over here. And then there's a neck over here. Are you seeing that? Okay, fine. Now, in case you are having difficulty in seeing this, there is another way you can do this. Okay, let me just show you that other way. There is another way you can do this. Wait patiently for me. Let me clear these things. Okay, come on, clear fast. Okay, let me clear these things and show you the other way to do this. If your chart is on, what do you call it? On candlesticks, and it is difficult for you to find out this head and shoulders, change it from candlesticks to line chart. Put it on line. This is on line chart. And I'm sure with line chart, it will make a lot more sense in terms of looking for the head and shoulder pattern. Look at it. Did you see what I saw earlier is still the same? This is what? A shoulder here. This is another shoulder over here. And then this is also another shoulder. So have you seen them? Shoulder, shoulder, head, and shoulder. Now, does it make a bit clear or sense? Look at it. So where is our neck? Our neck is here. Our neck is here. This becomes our neck. This becomes our neck. Look at it. Now, let me switch it back from linear chart to candles. Sorry, do you see that? Head and shoulder pattern. Do you see it? Now, if I change it back to linear, you see that linear is making it easier for you to spot it. Are we good? Now, this is it. There is a break over here. Okay, there is a break over here. But if you look at this on daily, there wasn't, if I put it back on candles, there wasn't a retest, or was there a retest? There was a retest. Do you see it? Okay, fine. If you don't see it, let's put it back on linear. And then let's change the time frame from daily to maybe 4 hours. Look at it. It will make sense. Okay. Okay, let's adjust our line here well. This is on the 4 hours, so we adjust it back well. Still on the 4 hour too, you are seeing the head and shoulder pattern. Is that not it? The one you saw on daily, it is the same drawings. I haven't changed anything. I only switched the time frame from daily to 4 hour. Or should we go to 1 hour so that you see the retest very clear? So I'm going to the 1 hour time frame. The same thing. I'm not changing anything to the 1 hour time frame. Now we are back to the 1 hour time frame. Let's zoom in and see. This is to the 1 hour time frame. Now, to the 1 hour time frame, let's still adjust our neck well to the end of the neck. We have just done that to the neck. Now, do you see a retest over here? Now, should I zoom out? Look at it. Do you see a neck over here? Do you see the retouch on the neck? See it. What do you see? You see some kind of formation, some M or so. I wish I can zoom out totally. Look at the touch of the neck. What do you see? You see another kind of M kind of formation being formed here. Do you see it? This is a clear, let me zoom well. Look at the touch. Look at the touch. This is the touch. So now you have gotten your pattern on daily. You have moved down from daily to 4 hour to 1 hour. And with the 1 hour, you are getting a perfect adjustment, a perfect entry point. So you see how the structure works. The structure, I told you, you do the top-down approach. You analyze from the bigger time frames, then you narrow it down to the smaller time frames. With the pattern here you are seeing, the smaller time frame is giving you a clear picture of the retest of the neck over here. Now, if I zoom, you see the pattern very, very clear over here. If I zoom, look at it. This is the pattern. See the break and retest? So this would have been your entry point because of that zigzag thing you are seeing over here. It's still on linear chart. I haven't changed it. So where would have been your entry? Your entry would have been somewhere here. Oh, no, not this. Sorry, not a buy. Let me clear this. Your entry would have been here. And let me adjust this very well. Your entry would have been here. That would have been your entry point because it broke the neck and came back and retested the neck, which gives you a perfect entry to go sell. Perfect entry to go sell. If I zoom back to daily, you see the same thing. I haven't done anything. I have only changed. Now back to daily. Look at it. Sorry. Let me open it wide. Sorry, so that I can see. So you see it? You see what I saw? This is it. It's the same thing. It's still the same thing. It's just that the neck that has shifted a bit because this on linear chart, the wicks, you are not able to see the wicks. But if I put it on candles, you will see the wicks. You see the wicks? So it is on the smaller time frames that you will be able to see the wicks. But on the bigger time frames, you weren't seeing the wicks. If I put it on linear chart, you see that the wicks, you are not seeing it. You will say that you move the neck back up. But if you move it to candles, you will see that it is something perfect. So indeed, there was a touch. Look at that candle that gave the touch. There was a candle that retraced back to touch the neck and finally went back sell. Do you see that? Look at it. You see that candle? This was the candle that went back to touch the neck and then retraced. But you only see it better on the 1 hour because if I switch to the 1 hour time frame, now this is 1 hour, still on candle. Still on candle on 1 hour. You see where the entry is? Look at it. Now you can see the entry well. So the neck is broken. There's a retest back to the neck. And then what do you see? Look at the candles that you see on the 1 hour. Let me go to the 1 hour, zoom well. And then you see the patterns that you are seeing over there. What are you seeing? So if you wanted to take your trade, look at the number of wicks. Look at the wicks that has produced at the top. How many candles gave you wicks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 candles all gave you wicks at the top. Look at the wicks. And then the candle which would have given you the confirmation to go sell would have been this one. The engulfed one, this one. This one. It was this candle that gave you that. So this will be your whatever you want it to be your stop loss, you decide. You decide. But if this is your stop loss, even 50 or whatsoever, look at it. This would have been your entry because the next candle engulfed. You see, the next sell candle engulfed the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. So after 4 candles being engulfed by one single bearish candle, your entry is supposed to be here. You take your sell downwards. And how many pips will that be? Let's look at a short position here. Sell here. How many pips to the downside? How many pips going to the downside? It made 154 pips. 154 pips. Head and shoulder pattern. 154 pips. So easy. You get it? So this is how you may be able to spot this head and shoulder pattern. Looking at most of the pairs. Looking at most of that. Look at it. Here's it. It's still the same drawing on the 1 hour. You see it? This is the recent trade. Today's date is what? It ended, the week ended on 23rd September 2022. So this is the recent week. Just last week trades. So you would have seen this on daily. You narrowed your way down and you got the whole thing straight up. You got it. This is it. So you see how sometimes when you switch to the linear chart will help you. This is the head and shoulder pattern. So clear. Are we good? We can see the same thing on the MT4. If you don't mind, we can go to the MT4. But before we go to the MT4, this is trading view. Before we go to the MT4, the same thing is there. It's not because it is trading view. If you like, go and look for it on on the MT4. You see the same thing. Now, I'm just clearing this one. And then let's see whether we can see another one. I don't want this video to be long, but let's see if we can see another one. Another one. Another one. Okay. Can we see another one? Yes. I'm seeing another one. Should I show you? Okay. Let me show you. This is the head over here. Big head here. A shoulder over here. Another shoulder over here. And then where will be the neck? The neck will be here. This is the neck. Now, after the break over here, one will assume that this trade went all the way down. But you see, it came back to retest it again, the neck, and then came back down again. You see it? It came back and tested it and gave you the sell. There was a retest over here. There was a retest of the neck over here. Now, this will make sense if I switch to the linear chart. Look at the line chart. Look at the line chart. Now, with the line chart, you see that over here, you might think that the touch didn't go back to touch but if I switch to the smaller time frames, like the 1 hour, you will see it, that it went back to touch. This is on the 1 hour. Come on, 1 hour. Sorry. Let me clear this. This is on the 1 hour chart. Look at it. Can I still zoom in? Okay, the zooming is over. Sorry, the zooming is over. But if you want to adjust, look at the head and shoulder. Look at it. This is the neck, the shoulder, head, another shoulder. If you want to adjust this, you can adjust this back down a bit because this is the end of it. And if you look at it on the 1 hour, you see that it came back to touch. And when it touched, if you look at the touch here, you see that there's some kind of double top. Look at it. You will see double top formation here. So the double top you are seeing here is a confirmation that this neck is going to hold. So whenever the neck is being retested, you should expect some patterns. This is it. Look at the double top here. Or should I zoom out again so that you see the double top well? Look at it. Look at the double top over here. Double top. It's also another pattern we'll be looking at, but we are just dealing with the head and shoulder alone. So Once you begin to see these patterns at play, then it will make a lot of sense in your trading. Is that okay? So this is how it is. Now, let me just go quickly to the MT4 because, and then the assignment is that go on the chart, do a lot of exercise. Look for these patterns on your own. Look for them. Look for them. They are there. A lot of them are there. Take the different pairs. Do the work. Do the exercise. Do the exercise. A lot of them. Different patterns. Do the exercise yourself. And I'm sure a lot of things will begin to make sense when you are doing these exercises. Now, to the MT4. To the MT4. The same thing you would have seen there. Okay, Euro USD. This is on the MT4 daily. You see the same thing is here. The same thing. The same thing. The head and shoulder pattern, which got respected. This one was here. See it? Which got respected. We have another one here. This short one here, which also got respected. It's all there. All is there. All is there. All is there. If I zoom, you see it. All is there. It's there for you to see. See, this is it. If you want to do it on linear too, you can do the same thing on linear and you see it. Okay. Take it on linear chart here. It's also here. You see it? Linear is here. Okay. If you put it on 1 hour and then you zoom, if you are using this, look at it. The same thing. Same thing you saw. Let me clear this and bring it back. So this would have been the end of it. The same thing. Same thing. Same thing. This is the whole shoulder, head, shoulder. Same thing. And this over here is also another confirmation to this one over here. Another the break over here. That was what was being confirmed here. So it's just like that. It's just like that. When you go to smaller time frame, you even see more of them. You see more of them. Look at it here. There was, oh my God. Okay, these patterns, I won't talk about all of them. This video is already long. I'm seeing more things I wanted to talk about, but let me end here. Please subscribe. Do a lot of exercise with this head and shoulder pattern that I have just shown you. Always you wait for a retest of the break. Once you spot that, you can begin to take your entries and you will see a lot of opportunities. Okay. Unless, of course, you want us to do more examples, but I don't want this video to be very long. So I want to end here and give you the opportunity to do more exercise. I'll see you in our next video, which will be the next pattern. So today we've talked about the head and shoulder pattern. The next one, we'll talk about it. In no time, everything will make sense. But the last question is, which pattern, which group is this? This head and shoulder pattern, is it a directional pattern or a type pattern? I want you to leave the comment there for me. That is your question. I have this question for you. This type of head and shoulder pattern, is it a directional pattern or a type pattern? In my next week video, I will give the answer, but I want to see your answer at the comment section. Leave your answer at the comment section for me, okay? Is it a directional pattern or a type pattern? I'll see you next week. God bless you. My name is Kofi. Thank you.